Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So I'm going to be doing the replay here for turn 90... is it 2? Is it 3? I've kind of lost count. But yes, I'm going to do the replay here, and then we'll have a stream. Well, I'm recording for Matrix tomorrow, so probably Saturday, likely. There's oil in them there hills. I can agree there. Things that could go wrong today, well, we might have some of our forces torpedoed. That would be less than stellar. But we'll see. I mean, ideally, we have sent DMSs towards Port Moresby, so ideally they will be able to identify threats there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over Palembang this turn, whether he will send down his air forces. I imagine he's got to, really. He can't just allow it to unload everything. We would have had everything unloaded, but unfortunately, we had a little bit of an issue with full speed, but that's not too bad. Yes, March 8th. Okay, so he occupies Nanyang. That's fine. We'll turn Nanyang into his grave. Looks like he's running reconnaissance over Comac, which is rather intriguing. So, Finback over here, attempting to engage a destroyer. We should be able to cause some major problems for his actual forces here due to the shallow waters. We do see some ships over here. He might actually move these PT boats in here, which I would not be too surprised about, actually. But we do have additional forces. We have the heavy cruisers there as well in 3 different task forces. So we're unloading over here then, okay. Take some coastal gunfire. 3 hits over here, but we'll obviously continue to unload, which is good. Need to do that. Alright, unloading. 75mm guns. But we'll continue to unload. Obviously, we do need to get the supply there. Couple casualties caused, nothing much. Okay. Right, we encounter task force over here then. 45. So, is that a subchaser and an AK? I'm not entirely... Oh, yes, that's the damaged one, isn't it? That's the one who took a torpedo. So, ideally, this one doesn't get torpedoed again. This is the Sian Maru, I think it is. Sian Maru. Yeah, we do have a subchaser here, CH-16. Ideally, she can protect us over here. Now, if he does have another torpedo, that wouldn't be ideal. Okay, looks like we actually managed to avoid that torpedo there. That would have been nasty there. Okay, that's good news then. So we do break off. As she continues, she's heavily damaged, of course, from the previous torpedo. But she can still make it in here and actually unload when it seems. So you see more forces over here. So this is a PT boat. Is this Natori? Or Natori? Natori, sorry. Likely so. But at least we can see that our forces are moving in there to Palembang. So we should ideally have some unloading during the night. Okay. There we go. Oh, they do break off. She might not have any ammunition there. Yes, that wasn't a Tory. Okay. Right, more submarines over here. Torpedo miss. And there is a big worry about torpedoes, of course, with the submarines here, but we do have the benefit of being able to actually hit them with our depth charges. Like, as you can see here, they just don't have really far to go, so that's good. Yeah, there we go. We actually get a depth charge hit. This is really nice for us actually being able to hit these submarines like this. Ideally, we could actually try and really cripple a good number and destroy them even, would be even better. Yeah, we don't get many opportunities like this, in fact. Okay, yep. She's taken a lot of damage there. It would be nice if we could force her to surface there, really. She's taken on water, she's had some of her torpedo tubes damaged, more damage there. I mean, this is it. This shows you how deadly depth charges are when they can actually get to you. Yeah, taking up more water there. Looks like we abandoned it, but yes, we do cause heavy damage. It looks like she was damaged beforehand. But that's a lot of damage there. That's really good news. So we are sweeping mines over here at Ley. Not seeing anything over here at Port Moresby, so we'll see. Right, Seal. Okay, engaging against a destroyer, thank God. Our carriers are moving out of the way. The BBs, the bombardment forces moving in there. We do have an attack ordered for Port Moresby today, so let's hope that everything goes well. Feeling the anxiety. I always do. So much could go wrong here. We don't know where his carriers are at this moment. We know that they were potentially heading south. But who knows, he might turn around, just gotta get everything unloaded and get the hell out of Dodge, really. I'd love to give the fighters actually rest. Something just sank, yeah. Okay, so she sank there. But that's fine. She took some shell hits. Flotation fails there. Pour the Montevideo. Oh, we find a troop transport out here. And we hit. Very nice, actually, considering how ineffective my submarines are here in this campaign. But that's a nice hit there. So he's actually transporting a bod there just outside San Diego. So the AP Henderson takes a hit. Very nice. On fire, heavy damage. She doesn't go down, but that's going to be pretty nasty there. Right, so Task Force 13 moves in, which is the main one here. There we go. That's what we needed now. Central 1 casualties there. Few coastal guns. Okay, but we actually get them unloading, which is good news. So we do get that unload during the actual night, which is absolutely critical here. Right, there we go. So a few casualties there due to the unloading process. It's nasty. It is nasty, but they're there. They're not huge numbers to move there. She might even go down due to the actual guns, but yeah, she takes more shell hits, but she's getting the troops unloaded, which is what she needs to do. She can be destroyed for all I care. As long as she gets the actual troops unloaded from her cargo hold, then that's fine. I feel like I'm going to need more troops at Palembang, to be honest. So we're offloading over here to take this. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and bring up some forces. I might have to bring Naval Guard from over here, to be honest. So continuing to unload. I'd like to think that these guys actually make a difference in the bombardment. I doubt it. It might cause some problems for the Allied forces there at Palembang, but I don't imagine much. It's going to be very intriguing to see what happens during the actual day. Frankly. Alright, there we go. I don't know how much of a difference this bombardment makes, because they're not heavy guns. Right, looks like we're moving here shortly into the day phase. I'm glad I actually hit the, was it the Henderson? That's quite a nice thing to hit there. Denying him an AP is quite nice. It would be great if it sank, but oh well. Right, to the APD, the patrol craft there. So we are now in daytime. A couple more casualties. We take lots of casualties from the unloading process, but they are pretty easy to replace. Yeah, there we go. Taking a lot of shells there. But these forces ideally can get the hell out of Dodge this turn. That would be really nice if everything was offloaded and we could get moving, because we are in a dangerous position right now. Oh, another AP! Oh, come on! Ah, that would have been nice. Right, so we see a sub out here. Okay. Interesting who's reacting to us over here. It looks like the BB force isn't too far out. Oh, that is the BB force. Okay, so they should be there to bombard today, which is good. So we see Spearfish here. Okay. Ishigaki. Yeah, there's plenty of patrol boats there. Okay, it's good to see that the patrol... Well, the actual battleships are in position. Okay, yeah, I don't want to get that LSD hit there. Okay, they're retreating, I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully, that might be the one that was really hurt, but... It's hard to say what's going on exactly, because we can't control things exactly when they actually get going. So we see Shark over here, so escort to banners of search. Right, Spearfish, firing against a patrol boat. Oh, we actually do... we do jet charge, but no real hits there. Moving into the AM air phase, this is where things kick off really big time. Now, we'll have to see, really. Will he throw bombers out once again? Will they be escorted? I don't know. I hope he doesn't. We'll see. He looks like he's pulling more fuel out of Java, and I need to bring Java to an end. Absolutely bloody well need to bring it to an end. Alright, hint PT boats there. I don't imagine it's causing a huge amount of damage, really. I can't wait. Really, really cannot wait until we actually start running the torpedoes out towards Rangoon. Rangoon's been intolerable. It should not have ever been left so long, so I can't wait to get that underway. Right, so ships are there. Okay. Reports of Allied ships there. Hastings K4 reports a submarine essentially there. Allied SS. Allied SS there, yep. Submarines down in that area. So you see submarines down that way. So ideally we will have a successful bombardment by our rather large, rather meat force. I can immediately withdraw then. I just saw something there. That might be one of our subs that was just snooped by an Allied CV aircraft, perhaps. We do have subs running towards that sort of area. So we're looking towards being in a position to check if it goes back. So we're going into the airstrikes. Okay. I'm going to organise airstrikes against Singapore this turn as well. This turn as well, well, the next turn, so the 9th of March. Unless this is the 8th of March, we're moving into the 9th of March. Well, anyway, the date tomorrow, essentially, is what I'm going to say. will be when we do launch a deliberate attack at Singapore. I'd imagine he's probably up at... well, he was at level 2 fortifications. He's probably up to level 3 now, due to the fact that we weren't bombing it. But we'll attack it, take it probably down to level 2, and then await for 38th Division to be able to finally take it in the end. So, Ryuyo Maru goes down there. Oreyo, Hinko, Maru goes down. So a few sink there, but it was worth it to get them there. It could have been far worse. It could have been far, far worse. It seems like he's not throwing aircraft out, which is intriguing. We've seen a lot of shipping actually in the area there, which is intriguing. MTBs. Intriguing. Okay. So, is he going to throw aircraft out? We've seen lots of Allied submarines around that area. Right. I need to absolutely bloody unleash hell on him at Rangoon, and that's going to be coming shortly, really. Right. So, we've seen things out there at Rhode Island. Yeah, Dina shot down there over Rangoon. So I need to go ahead and check on that altitude. It might be like a naval search one flying over Rangoon that gets shot down there. So I might have to actually increase the altitude there. Okay. It seems like there's going to be no air battle over Palembang today. Which is not... I don't know, it's one of these of... I'm still having those aircraft, those air squadrons burn. Oh, right, but it's... okay, well, there we go. So, Seagulls, Falcons, and Hudsons. Eclectic mix, I think that might be the word. Okay. Okay. Yeah, at least we actually do have something to justify the aircraft being overhead now. Because otherwise there would have been a crew in fatigue with no real gain. But you can see the fatigue's already started to have an impact. So speed that up. Yep, they're all shot down there for the most part. Okay, 11's coming in there. 11 coming in there, but 139's. I did reduce the altitude on some of them as well, but 3 do make it through in the end, actually. Okay, taking the Nako Muru. Looks like they miss and they get attacked again. Okay. I don't think we hit them on the way out, so we have some L212s coming in. So you can see our cap has been degraded due to the amount of fatigue, really. But the thing is, we have been able to shoot them down. It is all protecting the actual amphibious forces, which is absolutely essential. And it's been a lot of their kills, really. I wouldn't be too surprised if we had some new aces there, really. Yeah, but the issue is the fatigue's really getting to us now. Can't keep it up forever. Okay, hit by a 50-kilogram bomb. Actually destroys a gun, which is rather surprising. 50 kilograms does a lot of damage, apparently. That's... okay, on fire. Hudson's coming in. Right, yeah, you can see it's been really degraded here due to the fatigue, so I do need to have them rest. Alright, one fly on the way there. Yeah, just can't stop it right now. But we shot down a good chunk. Okay, 250-pound bomb. So he's finally getting through there. Yeah, that's going to go down likely. But that's fine. Things are floated. We'll be able to get through, get out. And this is it. Right, so we see some B-17s coming in here. We do have some A6M2s. We do have flak here. Okay. Right. Engaging the B-17s. I wonder what it's actually attacking with the B-17s, but we shoot one down here, which is nice. One damaged. And yeah, the actual cannons can take them down, which is good news. He doesn't have many of these B-17s, so it's not really worthwhile him doing this. I don't know what he thinks he might achieve with this, really. He might be attempting to actually hit the ships, perhaps. Okay, they're turning back. One makes it through. I mean, they can cause damage, don't get me wrong. So it's attacking Mutsu. And she's shot down by the flag there. Yeah, you don't want to be in a B-17 attacking a battleship at low altitude. You're going to have a bad time. So more B-17s coming in here. One damaged. So 3 coming in. And they can cause problems, don't get me wrong. Oh, attacking a DMS. I mean, that could wipe out the DMS, but we'll see if we can actually hit it with the flak. Yeah. Damaged by flak. There we go. Not really worthwhile for him there. His B-17s are fairly precious, so it's one of those of, is it worth doing that? Okay. I do hope we actually get the bombardment today. We should have it today. Okay. I'm building up fortifications on Monmain, how the hell you say it. Right, so that looks like the worst of it then. So we do shoot down a good number of bombers. We don't protect the forces completely this turn due to fatigue. But yeah, it's not too bad. The forces are probably mostly unloaded, if not entirely unloaded, which is good, so we can get the forces the hell out of there, but I can actually rest those fighters. I can't maintain it forever, My ops losses are going to be going out through the roof there. So we see Shark. See a lot of subs over here apparently, but we'll just have to we could just go into one gigantic task force and just move out of there really. As one group. It's like once we have all the forces uploaded, all the supply, we can just get the hell out, because it's essentially self-sustaining at that point. It lives or dies by its own efforts there, really. Right, here we go, we have a bombardment. Here we go, Hyuga! Opens fire. Now, it will be rather interesting to see what happens at Port Moresby today, because there's a lot of firepower coming down upon Port Moresby. I could have potentially used carrier aircraft, but I just didn't quite think it was worthwhile using carrier aircraft against the actual base at Port Moresby. This is a hell of a bombardment. It's a very, very... I don't think we've had a bombardment as heavy as this, in fact. It's going to cause some problems for him, really. It's going to cause some problems. Easily open it up. Lots of firepower here. I mean, he had a bombardment with a heavy cruiser and a destroyer. Yeah, we're going to upstage that. We'll have them rearm at Rabal and get them the hell out of here. I think for the most part, to me, we're gonna have the BBs actually sent towards reducing Fiji. Yamashiro open up, but the CVs, they made a good die. I'm probably going to have made available to the Dutch East Indies. We desperately need to accelerate the Dutch East Indies conquest. Absolutely. We have air power in the Dutch East Indies, but having significantly... Well, just having air power available to absolutely outright cover everything and really just drive him out of the areas needed, I think. Right, so then we have Yamashiro. I mean, this is in the daytime as well, so ideally this will be even more effective. We do have a constant over the base of Port Moresby. Mutsu opening fire here. I'm going to speed this up now. So you should see the heavy cruisers for Ataka. The Kuma. Mongami. Ashigara. Nachi. Dago. Etago. Takao. Or Takao. I'm trying to pronounce it, doing it wrong. Yeah, so we had Hyuga, Issei, Yamashiro, Mutsu, Furutaka, Mukuma, Ogami, Ashigara, Nachi, Tago, and Takao. Yes, we inflict 967 casualties here. We don't wipe out that much. Well, actually, I say that. So we disable 8 squads here. 35 non-combatants are destroyed. 118 disabled. 2 engineers destroyed. 5 disabled. 14 guns destroyed, so are lost. 5 destroyed. 9 disabled. That's a lot of hits there. That's a lot of hits. I mean, the actual terrain helps him out better in terms of surviving the bombardment. But yeah, that was pretty nasty for him. He had almost 1,000 casualties there from a bombardment. We'll have the actual land attack at Port Moresby. Ideally, it will succeed. We'd only go for a deliberate attack, so we'll see how we go. So we should have that. Oh, okay, there we go. I was a little bit worried then. Right, so we do have the brigade here. Ideally, they're in the right mode. We'll see. So their forced retreat, where do they go? Towards Aichang. Okay, they go south again. 232 casualties. I'll just send the brigade to deal with them. And here we go. We have the attack at Moresby. So let's hope that this is... let's hope this is enough to take it. I mean, this is the thing as well. We can continue to bombard if we need to. They will probably have a lot of disruption. So we'll have to see. I don't know if they'll give. I mean, that 45th Infantry Brigade there is pretty tough. But we'll have to see how we manage. 0, 129, 123. So they do hold bloody hell. But that's fine. We can bring in more bombardment. But that's hurt them a lot then. So we had 898 casualties there. We inflict 330 casualties. So not a super result there, actually. Not actually amazing. I was hoping for significantly better. That's actually rather surprising. But we inflict another 330 casualties. 12 destroyed now, 17 disabled. I was actually hoping for more. I was genuinely hoping for more. So we'll have to keep up the bombardment there, it seems. Yeah, I'm actually rather surprised there at Port Moresby. I expected more from that. But that's fine, we can repeat the bombardment process and drive him out there. We'll just have to give the division that time to recover. But the forces of Moresby then have taken a beating. Will we take Tarakan today? Hopefully so. Yeah, having a HQ by Moresby would have been great. And we do capture Tarakan, so at least we have Tarakan. But yeah, we have inflicted a lot of losses on his forces at Moresby, which is great. Yep, they surrender, but we do have Tarakan. We paid for it in blood. Oh, good that a base there can take. That's handy. So 86 casualties, 1,835 inflicted here. There we go. But we do have the base now. Allied bombardment at Palembang, sorry. So we do have our forces ashore. As you can see, 124 is ashore now. Yokosuka, 16th Naval Guard. Maybe it might have been better to have more forces. We can still get more forces here to Palembang. We'll have to see. So it would be nice if we could actually inflict some losses on him. If he'd attacked us, it would have been great, but oh well. So 6 casualties there. So we have 292 now. We'll just have to go for a deliberate attack, but there we go. I had expected a little bit more at Port Moresby, but then this is the way to get a Grigsby game, isn't it? But that's fine. Those casualties can be recovered. We inflicted a tremendous amount of casualties through the bombardment, which is good news. And this is the difficulty of the terrain there. Had that been in, obviously, lower levels of terrain, we would have inflicted more damage. But that's fine. We've inflicted a good deal of damage. I imagine his forces have taken a lot of disruption from that. Not enough to see them defeated, but yes. We can obviously keep that pressure up, which is good news. As we'll have our forces rearmed at Rabal, and then we'll come back to bombard once again. There we go. But it sends a message. It sends a message that we obviously do control the Coral Sea. So he will have to take notice of that. It does actually show quite a lot of content for his force, for his naval assets, and air power essentially in Australia, really. Those are going to be filled by forces shortly. 24th Port Unit, 22nd Port Units are actually quite good. 23rd Port Units actually, 32nd Port Units. 42nd JNAF. Okay, I can actually make use of those forces quite nicely. Okay, so not quite the outstanding turn I was hoping for, but that's still fine. Let's take a look at Port Moresby, see how that force is. Okay. So 3 over 6 here. Yeah, their fatigue, it's a little bit surprising considering they even complained about fatigue because it wasn't even that high. So still 78 TOE there. They're just going to have to recover then. Yeah, I mean, obviously we had a lot of our forces. But that's fine. We'll have them stand down, recover. Which is what we can do here. Okay. It seems like the only thing holding out there is the 45th Indian Brigade. But what we'll do then is we'll have them head back to base and bombard once again. Is that force already out of there? Oh, it's in surface combat now, isn't it? Yep, there we go. So we'll have them return to base. It looks like you didn't use all your... Oh, that's a 14 centimeter, okay. I wonder... Yeah, it looks like they actually retained some secondary guns there, just to protect themselves. The carriers... I didn't actually expect them to make it back to base today, actually, but they're fully refueled, which is good news. Lots of submarines over here, so we have exhausted the fuel of Rabal, which is surprising, actually. I didn't think they'd make it in today. That's intriguing. Okay, so, we do manage quite well there. We inflict decent casualties there. Obviously, what we'll have to do then is rest, attack, rest, attack, rest, attack. But bringing in bombardment is very handy. Gives us a lot to use against him. So we have additional construction units moving in here, which is excellent. We are clearing mines over here at Lade. Looks like his subs have pulled out. I can actually clear the mines over here at Buna, which is good. So we are taking control of the situation. This will be level 3 soon enough, especially with the additional construction units coming in. That's going to be really good. Now, we saw an AP down here, which we'll have to try and hunt down. Didn't see any air attacks again over here, which is rather surprising. These forces are moving out of dodge, getting them out of there. That's looking tremendous. Unloading fuel over here at Luganville. Yep, so it's getting in there. I mean, I do want a larger port here. We are nearing completion of a larger port. Having a level 2 would be very nice. It means you can unload pretty much anything without problems. So yeah, that went well. Oh, good. We do have our forces over here then, so they're beginning to unload now, which is excellent news. Okay, need more supply here. We are carrying 1782 here, which is good. So that's unloading. Those are Special Base Force, and Aviation units, which is good. So you can see that we do have these guys here already. So it looks like they've just arrived. But that's okay. Very important now. They can unload. It's going to give us additional aviation. It's going to give us additional... Which is going to give us a jumping off point. Because once I can actually project power out here, we'll be good to go. So I see 7 bombers over there, which is intriguing. What does he have over here? 8. So it looks like he's moved forces out. 1 out of 15, wow, okay. Those are a bit of a problem, but I can have these guys actually disband. I could send something to deal with that. There's a lot of PT boats over here, then. So, thank God, yes. Yes! Okay, thank God for that. Okay, that's excellent news. Right, so we've unloaded all the troops, which is amazing. That is exactly what we needed there. So we have here 286 AV in total. I don't know if it's going to be enough, to be honest. I really do not know if it's going to be enough. It does make me worry. It really does make me worry if this is actually going to be sufficient to take the base now. I am very worried about that. We do have planning for the actual position here, not super amounts of planning. And I do have these units I can actually join in. I mean, we do have a lot of support here then. Yeah, these guys have enough support required, like they have more than this support. No, yes, they have more support than they have... Well, yes, they have more support than they... You know what I mean. Sorry. They have the support they require. I don't know why that was so hard. I have to say, I was struggling there with that one. We do have a lot of additional AV here, which is good. We do have some SLF here as well. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to hope for the best there. How much do we have here? So we have 9,412 tons of supply, which is excellent news. I think what we do is we get our forces the hell out of Dodge there, really. That would be likely best idea. I mean, essentially I'm just waiting on one ship to unload. I could potentially leave that ship there to unload, perhaps. Right, okay. A little bit of damage. But I think we'll just get them the hell out of Dodge, really. We have enough supply, yep. They've taken some hits there, but not terribly bad. Oh, so we did have some ships sink. So, let's take a look. Ships sunk. Maru sucks. Saudi apparently went down there. Hit the AP, which is a good thing. So how about in air losses? I imagine we've had some losses ourselves today due to ops. But apparently I'm wrong. Wow, okay, that's a good day for us. We had 3 losses today, wow. He had 25 today. So he loses another 13, supposedly. I mean, now, that is obviously fog of war, so it's one of those, something to take with a big chunk of salt there. Seagulls go down. I mean, there was a float plane as well, which is rather surprising. We lose Adinas there. 2-2, okay. Hudsons, Falcons. He lost 4 P-17s today, supposedly, which is a good thing. And a Liberator apparently went down today due to ops loss, which is not good. L212 there. Sounds like some sort of club, to be honest. Yeah, these guys are... God, I'm going to have them removed soon enough. Fatigue's getting kind of crazy on them. So we'll have to bear that in mind. But we've got our forces over here, so the good news is we've done it. We've taken a huge risk there, and it seems to have paid off. We'll have to fight tooth and nail for Palembang. I don't know if we can take Palembang with that much AV. I might need even more AV, to be honest. I don't know what has gone and done there. He might have some unit fortifications, he might have fortified it. See, we do have a house rule regarding Fortress Palembang, but it doesn't stop him, as far as I'm aware, from actually just building fortifications and actually having just the local garrison units there. I think it prohibits him from bringing stupendous amounts of forces. Right, so we've seen the force over there. Where is my air HQ? Right, so 3rd Air Division is here. I need it in position shortly. Okay, so we have 300 AV here at this moment in time. We're building up to level 2 fortifications there, which is good. There are additional forces on the way. Not a super amount. These guys are on the way. It just takes so long to move. It's ridiculous. Yes. Yeah. Well, at least they're marching now. They'll eventually get there. These guys are planning for Rangoon. I don't know. He might seek to come back across, which is my worry here, but we'll see there. I just want to get the air power. Once I can get torpedoes, I can destroy him. Still got... I don't know. He probably has... He probably does have the garrison unit there that begins there. So I think I might go ahead and use the paratroopers, but... It's always useful to be a little bit cautious. Right, so let's see then. He's marching there. Okay, so he's marching south, which is none too surprising. We can obviously march south sooner than he can. He's probably going to attack us here, but we do have our forces. Like, yes. I mean, this is the beautiful thing here. We have 1,281 AV that is already underway. So I don't think it was really particularly expecting that. Or possibly hoping for that. I think probably what I want to do then is keep these guys in place. There's probably... I mean, there's 9 years there, so there's probably a good chunk of AV there. He looks like he has been somewhat conservative. So what we'll do then is obviously we'll beat him up at Nanyang and push on there. And then what I'll do is I'll just probably have some units remain in the wooded rough. But, I mean, this... I don't know. I can understand what he's going for, but it's just really not worthwhile. Because if anything, it draws him further south, which is actually better for me because I can move over here. It is easy for him to turn around, but it does give us that opportunity to potentially get around here. And it means that we can actually cause him problems, we can cause casualties. Clear terrain is exactly where we want to fight. It's really not advisable to fight Japan like that. It just doesn't help. It just doesn't help you. Right, so I have my 11th army here in position, which is good. Yeah, so I have the 2 divisions here. I would like a 3rd division there, to be honest. 3 divisions here on each of these would make sure they're pretty acceptably safe. He's still consuming vast amounts of supply there. I'm looking forward to making a breakthrough here. He's a lot of air power here. 46 fighters, 63 bombers, 10 auxiliaries. That's an incredible amount. What do we see here, Rangoon? Shit me, that's 87 fighters. That's a lot of fighters. Yeah, we need to drive against him. Oh, he's complaining about the lack of garrison, which is not too surprising. So they're moving north. Take them a little bit of time to make it there, but they'll be there shortly. These guys have just arrived in position, which is good. Yeah, I can't wait to raise the stains in this campaign. Not about their stains, really. Obviously, everybody learns. Right, let's see. Do we have any information? Right, thank God. Okay, so it looks like he's moving the carriers south, which is an intriguing move, in all honesty. It looks like he hasn't taken the bait. It looks like he hasn't sent his forces back there, which is okay. I can work with that. I consider, is it worthwhile moving the Gitapatai, the MKB, through the Torres Strait to move through sooner? It likely isn't. But yes. Okay, so, could have been a better turn, but not a bad turn then, in all honesty. Not a bad turn for us. Casualties at Moresby are to be expected, essentially. Right, good. More has arrived. A little bit more artillery's arrived. Okay. So I think what we'll do then, we're now up to 1957, which is not a lot, but it's okay. These forces are moving across, so that's going to take another turn. What I'm going to do then, 38th is moving now at last. So they've only got 15. It's going to take them a few days to even get into position, really. So they're still continuing to unload. It does worry me, actually, in case it does come here. He's not aware of these forces, though, thankfully. Moving west. It is worrying, though. I think what I'm going to do is start a bombardment attack over here and just see how we get on there. Right, as a destroyer there. I do worry, but what we could do is we could send forces, but I can have these forces temporarily disband or move north. A few options there. Yeah, you can see the amount here needing to be repaired is increasing, so we can't keep this up forever. We'll see if we have any new fighter races, in fact. Alright, I can check on the ops report. Right. Montevideo Maru's having some big problems. I'll have to put her into a port, otherwise she will go down. I think she's heading to, she headed to Began? I think she's heading to Began anyway. Shanghai Maru's been repaired there, which is nice. Or at least repaired enough so I can actually send her elsewhere. Report spell scope near Midway. Okay. The good news is we're actually able to build fortifications at Midway, which is actually fantastic news. I don't know how we managed to repair all that damage. I don't know what the hell happened there, but yeah. Allied SS hit there. Okay. Yeah, so we do have an ace. We have another ace. Very nice. 4 kills there. Not as many this time, but still some good ones. Creative kill 3. And that's quite good, actually. It means that we have been able to... And all these pod units arrive there, which is really nice. It means that we have been able to actually inflict some casualties upon his air forces. Right, so how do we make off here, then? 63 oil. His refineries have been halted, sorry. How much is there in total? So 27 has been... not too bad, then. I can obviously start production again of the refinery. It's another place that we have to repair, but that's not too bad. Yeah. But that can be repaired and make useful for us. So, that's Swamp, which is less than Stellar. Right, we do have our forces now in position, so they're going to begin to unload over here, which is good news. So that's good. Yeah, they're moving there to Zamboanga, so we'll have those occupied. Which is good news. They're unloaded now. So dock and unload. Cool. These forces still moving. 65th Brigade is really the one to watch there. So... let's see, I could begin bombarding, but it might be worthwhile to bombard. I think I'll order bombardments now until we have a 65th and then go for an attack. Give that a go, really, see how we manage. Right. Manila's not complaining as much now, because there's more AV here. So at least there's that. Just trying to fix actual VP problems. Trying to fix the problems across the campaign, really. Okay. Down here. Yeah, so he's not exactly aware of where we are. He probably will know we're in this area due to the fact that we are hitting against his subs. But that's fine. What we'll do then is... I mean, let's see. So there's an AM over here, which is rather intriguing. It might be potentially worthwhile to bring the combined fleet against the Fiji Islands and then wait for the BBs to really reduce them. Potentially try and hit some ships, perhaps, but we'll have to see very really what's worthwhile. So let's take a look over here then. So Luganville is up to... Yeah, so it's level 4, 83% there, so it's not too far out. We're going to be at level 3 airfield tomorrow, or potentially the day after, which is really good. So I'll build that up to level 4 and then build this up to level 4, and then we can just build up all the air bases in the area. So there's a lot of air bases here that we can actually use. There's a growing amount of urgency to doing so due to the fact that we know the carriers are moving south, so they're potentially heading this way. So we do need to actually make this area useful, really. Question comes down to, really, how will he come into this area? Will he come into this area? What will he attempt to achieve from doing that, really? So that's good. But if anything, if he gives us an opportunity to hit him, that'd be really nice. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think his carriers... I don't think he would use his carriers in that way. And this is it. It's obviously a finger going for Singapore, which was good. I'm going to admit, it stung. It did sting. I still think it was incorrect, but I think it did sting. So I'll give him that one. But yeah, you can see that we do have the means to actually defend ourselves over here. The beauty is, once we actually knock out Port Moresby, which isn't that far away, we should be able to resolve the supply situation. Issue is obviously there's always a supply situation here. It would have been marvellous to have a headquarters down here, but we don't. We inflicted a decent bombardment, which is good news. What we'll do then is we'll rest a couple of days, I'll rearm, bring them back to bombard, which is good. Maybe it would have been worthwhile to bring in the air power, but it just seems like we had a bad roll there, in all honesty. It seems like we had a bad roll. Two destroyed is not bad. I mean, these can all be recovered, which is good. So we only had 2 destroyed, 1 destroyed, 1 destroyed. Those can be recovered. So fatigue there, experience, sorry, preparation experience. So he's down to 0 fortifications. What was he actually at? So he must have been at level 1 then, so he's down to level 0 now. But we had, yeah, we had 1-to-1 odds there. If we just had that little bit more, like, if the division was a little bit fresher, if it had been a fresh division, they probably would have been able to manage it. But this is fine, we can recover this. I mean, he's lost 12 there, so that's 12 AV permanently gone. And then also he had AV gone from the bombardment. How should he lose in the bombardment, then? That's a question. Yes. Yeah, it seems like we just didn't hit the squads, but he's got 8 disabled there. He had 35 non-combatants, destroyed 2 engineers and 14 guns, so he's actually lost that, which is good. Yeah, that airfield's just gone. Absolutely gone. The port's pretty gone as well. So we'll have to repair that, of course. But it means he can't use that airfield now. He could use float baines over there, no problem. But yeah, I mean, the beauty is we'll be able to wipe out, we'll be able to force these allied units to surrender shortly. I mean, what I'd like to do is actually take that base over here to Raphael and Teleport, and then I can actually force them to surrender over here. And that'll be a nice big win there. It means I can actually get that division back to the Dutch East Indies then. Not far now. But yeah, we have been able to inflict a good number of air losses on him lately now, which is quite nice. I'm quite happy about that. I have lost far more aircraft than I should have lost, but this is it. Things like this help us to make up for it. Yeah. It's helped us to push that back. But we've lost more than we should have lost. But then this is it. This is the entire point of a learning campaign, really. Which is what it's always been from the start. This was really, and, well, yeah, it was my first play by email. As you guys can tell. Right, no upgrades, God's sakes. No. There we go. Right, I mean, there's 559 AV here. I need to probably get more of that AV. I think maybe another 2 naval guard units maybe would be nice at Palembang. I don't know, we'll have to think over that one, really. Right, they're loading supplies, which is not something I really particularly want to do, but I can actually... Well, cancel loading supplies. I can manage that due to the fact that we do produce supplies here at BLeAcHACiD, so that's not too bad. It's a good thing, in fact. I mean, these guys are loading supplies, so that's not too bad. 4th is unloading here, so the 4th has made it in, which is good. These guys are here as well. These guys are unloading as well. So we'll be able to reform the 4th Division likely within the next 2 days, which is good news. So what we'll be doing then is we'll be looking towards actually landing here in the short term. Whether I do order an attack... I'm not too sure, really. We can probably take it, it's just I'm not particularly keen on attacking that sort of terrain and likely fortifications, but we'll have to do it nonetheless. It might be worthwhile just bringing additional forces, but I think we'll look to bring additional forces no matter what, really. Okay, they haven't got anywhere to go at this moment in time. I guess just move them north. Oh, these are AT guns, actually. These AT guns could be actually useful elsewhere. I'll have them move towards Canton. Okay, there we go. So, right, we're back here. Okay, so rest. Yeah, you're in movement mode, so we'll have you move here then. Try and bloody force them to surrender. It's easier, far easier said than done. Have these guys here. You're complaining about garrison, so I do need to get the garrison there. So we are moving here. He doesn't seem to be moving as of yet, so that's good. It gives us the ability to just try and surround him. We're here, but I'm going to try and surround them. Okay. I'm trying to think what else there is going on now, actually. Right. Troops are moving in there, so a ton of supplies, which is good. We are getting ready to actually begin to move on the Aleutian Isles, so I'm going to be taking this island if I can. So I'd like to do some reconnaissance of that beforehand. But yes, we have that coming in there. Yeah, that's been expanded, so we'll be a level 2 airfield in the near future, which is good news. Right. Planes of AGs moving in there. These guys will be handed over here to actually rearm and hit the subs. And we need to finish off Ambon, finish these off, and then just, yeah. So there's a lot that we need to do. Okay. So they're heading back to BLeAcHACiD, so we have more fuel here now. Okay. So what we're going to be doing then is really seriously looking into where to land. This still seems empty, which is great news. I'm not too sure over here. I imagine there's going to be a garrison at Samarang. But yeah, what we'll have to do then is figure out what we're going to do. I think it might be worthwhile to instead concentrate... No, to be honest, what I'm going to say is... I think we'll concentrate on Sumatra first. Take Sumatra, finish Sumatra, and then move towards Java, really. Yeah. I think that's what we want to do then. I could land at Java, but I don't want to go half in, and just like be half-assed in it all. I think we need to secure one. Like, Bataan, I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to secure that. I'm going to need divisions here. Yeah, well, that's it. I suppose it's one of those where we just have to keep pounding it from the air, really. We've left ourselves in a situation where it's not going to be able to fall too soon. Which I suppose I knew that from the start, so I can't moan. I knew exactly what I was getting my arse into. Right. 11th. Okay. I'm going to have that move towards Manila, though Manila's not complaining super much right now. I'm going to have it move towards Manila so I can actually have it help to fill in the garrison there. Though actually, considering that, I don't think it has any AV, so I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We're going to have to take a look at the forces that we have available and really just see what we can do. We've got 323 political points, so we haven't got a huge amount. So let's see, group reinforcement schedule, ground reinforcement schedule. So in 6 days, we're going to have a lot of Naval Guard units, which is good. Okay, excellent. That's really, 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 really excellent, in fact. New air flotillas would be amazing. Yeah, so that's good news. I mean, that's going to give us the actual oomph, but I'm going to need to actually be able to take the, just finally finish it off there, which is really nice. Rangoon's going to be a major problem. We're going to have to really become quite radical in how we deal with Rangoon. It's a nasty, nasty pasty. But it will fall. It will have to fall. It has no... There's no means of argument there. The boldest solution might be just to go up and straight invade India. Potentially. We'll have to see. There's a lot of options, but we need to get things moving. We are getting there. I mean, we are trying to extricate ourselves from the molasses that we found ourselves in, really. So we are getting there. I need to get some supply shipments sent down to this area. That's for sure. This can... I mean, the good news is this does produce some supply. I mean, it's all there. It is producing, which is good. So at least we do produce a small amount of supply on the island, which helps to offset the actual demand here, which is nice. Of course, we are using supply by building up the airfields, but it is absolutely worthwhile building up these airfields. And let's see. If I was to get you a Tanner... Yeah, it's too far out. So you need to be shifted versus motorized support, which is... yeah, I'm not too surprised that they can't move that. I'm having actually trouble to maintain that level of cap. So they're accruing a lot of damage there. So I'm going to have to obviously reduce that there too. I can use destroyers to fast transport probably. So at least that's something. Right. Yeah, it was nice hitting the AP here. Okay, so yeah, could have been better. Could have been better at Port Moresby, but things are going well. We're starting to get there now. The beautiful thing is we can get these forces the hell out of Dodge. I'm really very happy about that. And there's another 2,000 supply, but I think what we do then is we look towards securing some Marcher first. Need to do that. I think what we will do is we will order an attack over here at Singapore. I could potentially wait for these additional engineers. Maybe it's worthwhile to wait for these additional engineers. Possibly. They're probably a day out, so maybe we do wait for them. Have to decide there. I suppose it is probably worthwhile waiting. Each day does mean that we have less fatigue when we do attack. He's likely level 3 already, so there's not much I can do about that. I think what we'll do is restart the actual program to actually hit the airfields. We do have air power here that's actually available. I think this is a time where we actually use our air power. Potentially even reinforce our air power with forces from the Mini-Capitai. This has been built up now, which is good news. So once we actually have the additional aviation support, we'll be good there. Okay. And we do have the Zuho squadron over here, which could be moved out. Yeah, so things are getting there. The MKB's at Rabal, so I can get that moving where I want now. It's been moved, it's been built up to level 4. I'm just going to build things up to 4s, really. Over here at Gazmart, we're building this up. I need some construction units there, but this is a good thing. Lay's being built up, Gazmarta's being built up, Rabal's being built up. What I could do with doing, excuse me, is building these islands up to. Essentially, what I'd like to do is try and turn this area, try and turn the Coral Sea into a fortress as much as we can. He could ultimately try to go around, but we'll see. As long as we maintain our carrier strength, he doesn't have the luxury of unlimited maneuverability, which is good. We'll have to see. Maybe it's potentially worthwhile doing some operations out here. We'll have to see about that. We're getting towards a very crunchy time now, so we just need to get moving. But if we can get here to March, we can do that. We know we've got a way into Java. We know we can land at Java. We're preparing our forces. We do have AV. There's going to be even more aviation. So there's going to be even more assault value arriving shortly. We just need to make good of that. He's suffered over here. He has suffered with air power. He does have more air power. So, I mean, this is it. As far as it goes with Rangoon, what we're going to have to do is just get these zeros out there to Rangoon. Just sweep the hell out of Rangoon. Sweep, bomb, sweep, 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 and bomb. Just blow it the hell out of the water there, essentially. But there we go. So, thank you very much there for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I feel like this has been a much more natural and much more flowing replay. I forgot the bloody word there. So yeah, things could have been better, things could have been far, far worse, but we came through it quite well. We inflicted more damage against these actual submarines, we inflicted more damage against his air power. Obviously we couldn't stop it due to the actual level of fatigue, but the good news is we can get the forces the hell out of Dodge now, which is good. So we can get them out, we've got the supply there, sufficient to actually hold on and actually fight. I think we will get more assault value moving. I mean, what I could potentially do is actually have forces move to Benjamin and actually have our forces escorted up the Java Sea. I think I could probably move up the Java Sea, to be honest. Moving coastal and protecting our forces. But I think what I'd like to do is move additional naval guard units to BLeAcHACiD and just Java in general. I think we just need to take Java, absolutely conquer Java, and then we move on to conquer Java. God damn it, conquer Sumatra, move on to Java. After Java, Rangoon is absolutely priority. We'll have to get very creative regarding Rangoon, but we can take it. If you throw enough force at it, you can eventually take it, but we're going to be smart. We're going to have to just try and flank him, essentially try and make this entirely useless. The good news is he is expending a lot of supply here. We have taken some cities over here, so that does mean that we have more resources available to us now to the Japanese Empire at large, which is excellent. And if we take a look, yes, I mean, it's most of the resources. That light industry is good because that deprives him of light industry. He is gaining something like 500 supply per turn. I'm going to have to take a look at some of these bases over here as well. I mean, we are on turn... It's turn 93. I think I can use paratroopers in China turn 104, so we'll have to look and see if there's any settlements that he's left empty, and to try and take advantage of him any way we can. Try and sever the Burma Road any way we can, really. But we'll see. He's going to be causing problems for himself over here, but then again, in some ways, he might be helping himself out by having these forces destroyed, so, well, they're going to be pushed back, potentially. We'll have to see. He has a lot of air power invested in chunking, and I don't know why. I don't know why he's not using it. I don't know why he's not... Because it just doesn't seem necessary to me. We'll see. That's a fair old amount of units over there. I'm going to have to move more men there, because that is... that's in a fairly nasty point there. It could be overwhelmed. Which is obviously not what we want there. So we'll have to see. I'm going to have to take a look in China to try and get some forces moving there. And we are moving in. We are closing into position over here, which is good. He could move a lot of reinforcements here, so we'll have to get more men there. But if he fights us, that's good. We'll just defend until we get enough forces to actually begin to push him out. So yeah, things are getting better. Reinforcements are massively importantly his concept. But yes, they are on the way. They are moving out. We have this guy over here, so 59th. He's moving now, which is good. Gonna have him actually plan for Xi'an. Additional reinforcements will be on the way shortly. That's aviation there. Yes, okay, so here we go. We have these forces here. That's obviously a lot of armor. It's a lot of assault value that we can get moving there. Ideally, we can just exacerbate his supply situation to just a point where it's just completely intolerable, where he can just not sustain it, essentially. That's when we'll win out there. So, we're looking good. Let's see when we get the group reinforcements. Then, take a look at ship reinforcements. So, Gents will have an I-28 tomorrow. Ki-27 is there at Harbin. Ki-21C, Sally's at Sakakyoto. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we are gaining forces now. I'm happy with things at Palembang. It could have been better. I would have preferred to have actually had everything unloaded on the first day. Well, we've taken relatively few losses there. The losses that we have taken are losses that can be replaced. And I'm getting called by Richard York. So I'm going to say thank you and goodbye here, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time.